Top of the morning to you and the rest of the day to you. You know I'm a little Irish, so we have to we have to address each other appropriately. What's going on today on Friday? Friday, April 14th, 10:08 a.m. Central Standard Time here in the farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana, checking in on the markets on Expiration Friday. We have some things brewing here. S&P down 0.17%, Dow 0.39 in the red, Nasdaq 0.44, almost half a percent, and the Russell down 0.32%. So we're in the red across the board. So I've got some ideas to share today regarding my particular positions. Let's look at some of that right now. But just real quick, so the SPY shot up this morning, went up almost to $415, went all the way down to what? 411.91, and now currently sits at 412.65. So we will be keeping an eye on that. I want to possibly put a position in place today, expiring the end of day Monday, but I definitely want to put a position together that is on my new experiment, my new SPY experiment, which is approximately 14 days out. If you put a trade on every day, that is approximately 14 days out, and then lined those trades up, and they're between a 10 and 20 delta on a credit spread, and it could be either side, call or put. What does that look like over time? Over time, I'll be keeping track of these trades just for you and me. Got to keep track of your trades with all your spreadsheets. Got to have your spreadsheets going. I use Google Sheets for my spreadsheets. Works just fine. I'm not a expert by any means. In fact, I would be considered a rookie on spreadsheets. I understand that I've been using them for years and years and years, but like a dope, I've never taken the time to really learn how to use spreadsheets. So maybe I'll hire somebody over on the Fiverr. So I've got a lot of dreamy ideas when it comes to the spreadsheets. So one of these days, I'm going to change my evil ways. One of these days. If you know the lyrics, where those lyrics came from, which song that is, and who sang that, then guess what? Yep, you're pretty cool. So let's look at what we're looking at today. Had a little, so you look at my little account here, it was up almost to, no, it was up over 1.68 million at 8:40 a.m. And then it's like, whoa, all the way down here, currently sits at 1.675 million. Oh, and one of these days I may not admit, I've already admitted it. One of these days I might face the calculations, put it into a video with regard to the gas, the absolute gas face that I took on Signature Bank SBNY, total gas bag on that. Otherwise my account would be much higher. But it is what it is, right? You learn from your mistakes. Hopefully I'll learn from taking big time gas, holding a dirty bag of dirty diapers on Signature Bank, getting put those shares that essentially have no value now. Why'd you do that to me? So I'll probably initiate some lawsuits. Will you really? I don't know if I'll initiate them, but I'll definitely get in on some class action suits that are starting to brew up now. I'll keep you posted on that. But anyways, let's talk about positive stuff. So what are we doing here? We have Citigroup that reported some sweet earnings, and because of that, Citi is shot through the dark. What is it called? Shot through the heart. And I don't care, baby. If you don't know the lyrics, don't sing them, Bart. I thought I did until I started singing them. So right now we got Citi. Let's look at the actual stock. Here we go. Hey, there's my earnings. Bang, zoom to the moon. Went up over $49, has settled back down a bit. Currently trading at $48.91. Now, I would, imagine like a real trader might consider rolling this $47 call, but I'm just going to, at this moment, now I may change my mind 2 hours from now. At this moment, I'm just going to let it be assigned and called away. And then I also want to look at these 47.50 puts, and I've been wrestling with them for a while now, because I got into this trade prior to the financials, to the regional banks going downtown to Chinatown. And of course, they dragged all the banks down with them. So I've been battling that trade, rolling it out for, I don't know, 2 months now. And I think I want to close it. I want to close that out instead of letting it ride, because right now, and then I have a third leg to that thesis. So one is I'm going to let this call, because I've got a average cost, and I only have 100 shares, average cost of 44.87, and the call is at 47. So my weekend homework will be to do math on the assignments that will take place today, because we're looking at a few of them possibly. And then also I'll put a total spreadsheet analysis together with regard to my current Citigroup position, which has been these puts, this call, what we bought the shares at when it took a dip, baby dip, and what that return on investment has looked like. And then, of course, we'll use our Fantasyland math and annualize that return as well. Because right now, I think that, as per usual, at least from my eyes, and these eyes do, they don't always see reality, but it's my reality, and I have to trade according to my own reality. What I'm seeing is probably that this is a bit emotional. It's a little overblown. So we might trade some call credit spreads on Citigroup as well. So we're going to let the 47 call be assigned. So they're going to just immediately be into the profit, taking my shares at $47, but we'll lock in our profit with regard to what we paid and the amount of money we collected on trading the call. We're going to close these 47.50s out. In fact, I'll probably close them out when, Bart? Right here and right now. Close those out, and then we'll do all the math. I will likely do the math this weekend and have maybe a video ready for Saturday or Sunday on how the math is going to pan out on all the assignments we take today. Not a lot, but a few, and the trades and the theories are involved in them. So if we buy these to close right now, we could possibly close those for 28 per, and there's 3 contracts, right? So that would be $84. So right now they would just go ahead and close. It's trying to battle 28 and 29 on. So if we close these puts and release the hounds, okay, so we released $14,250 in collateral. And then we had already rolled it a couple of times. In this last roll, we collected $285. So I'll do all of the math, and then we just paid $84 to close it, because I'm still nervous about Citigroup at 47.50. Because as my friend Warren Buffett said the other day, I'm not sure if you listened to his interview, but he feels like we're not out of the woods yet on the regional banks. And then what bad news has done. If you have a regional bank going downtown to Chinatown, that puts fear in the entire financials marketplace, and all the banks then take gas when that type of news comes out. So we'll see. Warren might be wrong, but rarely is he. Rarely is he wrong. So we released that collateral, got out of that position, and then I'll do all the math to see how we did overall. We'll let that call take place on the 47 right here. And then the Coterra, I believe that's trading over 25.50 on this one. So Coterra, yes, it's down today, so it's at 25.51 right now. So it may not be called away by the end of the day, but if it is, it is. We'll just do the math, see how we did there. If it does not get called away, then we'll just sell another call on the next Coterra Green Day. Indeed. Okay, back to the drawing board. What else do we have? The Coca-Cola 62 call. I'm going to let that roll as well. It's currently at 62.82. So Coke doesn't move a great deal. I would imagine it's going to close today above 62. And if the lady or gentleman on the other side of that trade decides to take my shares at 62, so be it. Because we are what? Where are we at on our cost basis? Because we have a $62 and a $63 call on the board on the options. I think the next one closes on April 21st, but we are at a 59.58 on that average cost, not factoring in any of the option premium that we have collected as well. So yes, there's our two calls, 62, 63, and I'm fine with letting them both go at those numbers. And then because we have collected dividends on Coca-Cola, we'll put all that into the equation to see how we did with the time frame that has been involved, because we haven't been messing around with Coke very long, have we? Let's look. Shall we take a peek? Everyone's saying bye, and you're saying you don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's just, you know how I feel. I've got my own little personal money rules, like money rule number one. Uh-oh, my wife is calling. You know what? I'll wrap this video up, take her call, and check right back with you. I'll see you in just a moment.